millions of problems. Only got real what's round them. Only got it take a week to count it. Better back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready to 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But it's 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. The young.
It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And the Arizona Cardinals.
Here we go. Check safety.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw, it's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tavecchio puts this one through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go read option with Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's got room. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards on the ground. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Corey Grant, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Alert 3. Watch the ship. 4 down. Watch the ship.
Here's Grant, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, Grant, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1st down, Seahawks.
380.
They will run with Grant. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Grant, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 15, check 15. Out. Hey, switch here.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Grant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Grant. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Hey, go. 50's a mic. All day, dog.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run it with Johnson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
At the 22-yard line.
Hey, come on. Down to lose 1.
Again, it's Johnson.
Go.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
To throw is Murray. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. They go to Johnson again. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go. 25. Check 25.
Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. 1st down, Murray. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray going to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Murray. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We got to get the ball. Until you get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 13. Check 13.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. On 1st down, Grant. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.